I truly believe my life has no limits. I want you to feel the same way about your life, no matter what your challenges may be. These are the words of Nick Vujicic, a man who has defied extraordinary odds to become a global symbol of resilience, hope, and unwavering faith. Born without arms or legs, Nick's existence has been anything but ordinary. He has transformed what seemed like insurmountable obstacles into a testament to the power of the human spirit. Nick's story is a testament to the potential that lies dormant within each of us. It is a beacon of light, guiding us to find strength in our vulnerabilities and to embrace our uniqueness as a source of power. His journey is not just about overcoming physical limitations. It is about conquering the invisible barriers we construct in our minds. It is about challenging our perceptions of what is possible and redefining the meaning of a life well lived. Nick's message transcends age, culture, and circumstance. It is a universal call to action, urging us to rise above our limitations and to pursue our dreams with unwavering passion and determination. Nick Vujicic's entrance into the world was met with a silence that spoke volumes. Born in 1982 in Melbourne, Australia, Nick's arrival was marked by a rare medical condition known as tetra amelia syndrome. This condition, characterized by the absence of all four limbs, left his parents grappling with shock and uncertainty. The initial joy of welcoming a newborn quickly gave way to the daunting realization of the challenges that lay ahead. Growing up, Nick faced a multitude of hurdles, both physical and emotional. Simple tasks that most take for granted, such as eating, dressing, and writing, presented monumental obstacles. The world was not designed for someone like Nick, and the constant reminders of his physical differences weighed heavily on his young mind. Despite the unwavering love and support of his family, Nick couldn't escape the pervasive feeling of being different, of not belonging. The stares and whispers from strangers served as constant reminders of his physical reality, fueling a sense of isolation and despair. The world, it seemed, was not a welcoming place for someone who dared to defy the norms of physical perfection. School proved to be a particularly challenging environment for Nick. He was the target of relentless bullying, his physical differences a source of amusement and cruelty for some of his peers. The playground, a place meant for laughter and carefree play, became a battleground where Nick fought to maintain his dignity and sense of self-worth. The emotional toll of being different began to manifest in profound ways. Nick grappled with feelings of loneliness, worthlessness, and despair. He questioned his purpose in a world that seemed to have no place for him. At the tender age of 10, the weight of his circumstances became unbearable, and Nick contemplated ending his life. He envisioned a world relieved of his presence, a world where his absence would bring solace rather than sorrow. However, fate, it seemed, had other plans for Nick. The love for his family, the thought of inflicting unimaginable pain on those who cared for him most, became his lifeline. It was in those darkest of moments that Nick realized that his life had value, that he had a purpose to fulfill, even if it remained frustratingly elusive. A moment of truth-finding purpose in adversity. The turning point in Nick's life arrived in the form of a simple yet profound realization. He had a choice to make. He could either succumb to the bitterness and despair that threatened to consume him, or he could choose to embrace life with all its complexities and challenges. He could choose to define himself not by his physical limitations but by the power of his spirit. This epiphany marked the beginning of Nick's transformation. He began to focus on his abilities rather than his disabilities. He discovered a passion for swimming and even learned to type with his toes. He realized that his physical limitations did not have to dictate the course of his life. He could chart his own path, one defined by resilience, determination, and an unwavering belief in his own potential. Nick's journey towards self-acceptance and empowerment was not without its challenges. There were days filled with doubt, frustration, and the temptation to surrender to the familiar comfort of despair. But Nick persevered, fueled by a newfound sense of purpose and a burning desire to make a difference in the world. He realized that his experiences, however painful, had equipped him with a unique perspective, one that had the power to inspire others. From despair to inspiration, Nick's journey as a global motivator. Empowered by his newfound sense of purpose, Nick decided to share his story with the world. At the age of 17, he delivered his first motivational speech, a nerve-wracking experience that marked the beginning of an extraordinary journey as a global inspirational speaker. Nick's message resonated deeply with audiences worldwide. His story of overcoming adversity, his infectious optimism, and his unwavering belief in the human spirit struck a chord with people from all walks of life. As his platform grew, so too did his determination to use his voice to make a difference. Nick traveled to over 60 countries, sharing his message of hope and resilience with millions of people. He spoke at schools, churches, prisons, and corporate events, captivating audiences with his humor, vulnerability, and unwavering message of faith. Nick's story transcended cultural and linguistic barriers, reminding people that regardless of their circumstances, they possess the power to overcome adversity and live a life filled with purpose and meaning. Nick's impact extended far beyond the confines of auditoriums and conference halls. He embraced the power of media, using television, radio, and social media to connect with a global audience. He became a sought-after guest on talk shows and news programs, his story inspiring millions worldwide. His message of hope and resilience transcended geographical boundaries, offering solace and inspiration to people facing their own personal challenges.